Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you another episode, Coffee with Coach, on this awesome Monday morning. Hope you're up, doing well, got the mind in the right place, but as always, if not, let's put it in the right place. So let's start the week off with crashes are good. So I'm listening to Jocko podcast. Again, just for whatever reason, I just gravitated back towards Jocko and his podcasts and listening to some of his interviews and stuff like that. And one thing that caught my attention today was just one of the podcasts. They're talking about failures and mistakes and mishaps and, setbacks or however you want to put it, just things not going your way. And it reminded me of this little chapter that I read in this book here, Do the Work, which I've shared quite a few things out of this book. It's a short little book. Okay? Looks more like a little pamphlet, but there's a lot of good little things in this book. So I found it, which sometimes when I go back through some of these books like I did yesterday, I can't find what exactly I'm looking for because these things are just so much information. But anyways, crashes are good. And let me read this and then we'll kind of go into a little bit further, right? So start off the week, crashes are good. Crashes are hell, but in the end, they're good for us. A crash means we have failed, we gave it everything we had, and we came up short. A crash does not mean we are losers. A crash means we have to grow. A crash means we're at the threshold of learning something, which means we're getting better, we're acquiring the wisdom of our craft. A crash compels us to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and to understand the difference. We got ourselves into this mess by mistakes we made at the start. How? Were we lazy, inattentive? Did we mean well but forgot to factor in human nature? Did we assess reality incorrectly? Whatever the cause, the big crash compels us to go back now and solve the problem that we either created directly or set into motion unwittingly at the outset. And then it goes on to panic and some other things, which I'll save that for another time. But again, just a short read and just a quick reminder of that is good for us. Just doing jiu-jitsu and teaching jiu-jitsu, you just wouldn't believe how many people, just get down and out about themselves, that they don't feel like they're either worthy of a belt anymore, or their jiu-jitsu sucks, or they're not any good. Their self-esteem starts to get low because they're struggling with some positions, techniques, and or training partners that gives them a hard time. Or for instance, like I had a couple students fight yesterday at the Pan Nogi tournament. They both came up short, and I messaged both of them that I look forward to helping them, go back over what went wrong in their match so that we can plug those holes and get ready for the next one. I had a student this morning, 6 a.m. class. We did a couple live competition rounds, and one of the guys kept getting caught in the same move over and over again. So like I explained to him, those mishaps and mistakes, these competition rounds that we're doing, exposed a major weakness in your game. So now we can fix that. We can plug that hole and get better at that and address the issue. So where some of us get really down and out about failure, setbacks, and things not going our way, when we're trying really hard to attain a goal, it's a good thing. Unfortunately, we don't want to lose and come up short, but that's just the way it's going to be sometimes. And we need to use these things as ways to just grow and get better and, acquire more wisdom at the things that we're trying to get better at and just get better. And again, right here, it talks about either self-inflicted wounds. Sometimes it's the things that we do to ourselves. We just made a bad choice. And then sometimes it's just is what it is. Like this life just comes our way and just puts things in our way to where, it just happens that way and we don't have any control over it. But whatever the case may be, when you read stuff like this, or at least for me, over and over and over again, and you hear these things and you listen to them over and over again, you understand and accept the fact that losing is just part of life and it's just gonna happen. So I'm able to handle it way better than I used to because I didn't have this stuff in my ear all the time or in my face to read all the time to remind me that, these big crashes are supposed to push us to the next level, you know. And again, if that's you, where, you know, you struggle with failure, you struggle with losing, you struggle with setbacks, you struggle with, you know, kind of things not going your way, you got to remember it's time to try harder. It's time to get after it even more. And I have people very close to me is like, well, I do try harder. I did try hard. I did everything that I you know, I could to, you know, go get that, and it still didn't turn out my way. And the answer is always going to be, well, you got to try even harder. You got to do more work. You got to stay up a little later, get up a little earlier, you know, stay after 10 minutes of practice and do some extra drills. You know, whatever the case may be, there's always room for improvement. There's always something we can do better to fix what went wrong. And that's just what we need to do. But again, being a coach and dealing with so many different personalities, I deal with so many people that really can't handle the big crash. And to me, the big reason why is they probably don't have stuff like this to read on a daily basis. They're not listening to the right things on a daily basis. Again, when you're constantly listening to the stuff with Jocko and David Goggins and all these things that I'm reading and listening to, you just kind of understand and accept, like, things are going to go wrong pretty soon. They might be going well right now, going pretty good, but at some point, something's going to go wrong. And when it does, you just need to handle the situation and then just move on to the next thing and then keep going forward, you know. Where some people, they shut down. Like the second it does not go their way, they shut down. It's over and it's on to the next. Like, I don't know how many people I've met, especially through jiu-jitsu, where, again, I've talked about it in the past, where they're so smart in some subject in school, or they graduated with honors, or they, you know, they're really good at some other thing in their life. And then when they try jiu-jitsu and they struggle with it, you know, they're ready to just throw in the towel and call it quits because it's just too hard for them. You know, they're not used to dealing with, you know, setbacks and failures like jiu-jitsu will give you. And that's why, you know, Jocko and, you know, Joe Rogan, guys like that, they talk about it so much in their podcast, jiu-jitsu, because it relates so much to life, or the fact that there's really nothing else like it that can just give you those kind of things to put in your face on a daily basis to test you, to see if you got what it takes to go on to the next level. You know, there is nothing else like it. So, and that's where, you know, a lot of people struggle at. They find jiu-jitsu, they're dealing with some difficulties there. They're not used to that. They're used to winning all the time. And, you know, the big crash in jiu-jitsu hits them in the face, and they, you know, right away they just want to run off and, you know, go do something else, or maybe even switch schools because they just feel like it's easier somewhere else, which is obviously the wrong answer. So anyways, I just thought, you know, this is a great way to start off the week, the day, because if things aren't really going your way right now, that's a good thing, because it's just another way to just let you know, hey, look, we just got to do more work, get back to work, figure it out, you know, ask some more questions, study a little harder, you know, and then just get after it so that we can just go on to the next thing. So the big crash, you know, in the end, they're all good for us. It's time to grow, time to get better, and time to, you know, just move forward. So it's really good stuff. So I wanted to share that little quick read with you and share with you what I was listening to this morning, because again, I know it helps me, and hopefully it help you too. And I think everyone that's either watching this now or watch this later has come into some big crash, literally, like at some point in your life already, to where, hey, look, you're still here, you're still standing. It's time to keep on fighting, keep moving forward, or give up, throw in the towel, wave the white flag, and then just give up. But I know you're not going to do that. I know you want more. So then let's go get more. All right, guys, let's have a great day, and let's have a great rest of the week. And we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you.